So let's talk about what's important. The Newcastle United announced the 24-25 Carabao Cup final ticket information. That's a big deal right now, ladies and gentlemen. The Mags are ready to rumble at Wembley, and some people are not happy because of the allocation. They're going to get less, obviously, less tickets than last final. I believe now is what is it, 32% of the whole stadium, 31,000, basically 32,000 tickets on the west end of the stadium will be sold
It's
to
a third.
Newcastle United fans. There are complaints that they should be 50-50, but that's not realistic though, because
Yeah.
you have to have corporate, you have to have the rich people go into the stadium. It is what it is. I mean, it was more last time around, but I can't remember what was it. It was it that much more?
No, it was
There's a
a
couple of thousand, wasn't it?
tangible amount. It was,
Yeah.
I
But
think it was an
was it
extra
41,
1,000 more or
42?
something we got.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just
41.
I don't know. I mean, there are complaints though. There are complaints about because I've been reading all over social media, and I know this is a big topic of discussion when it comes to ticketing and Newcastle United fans, and I'm sure other fans as well. That all the everything for the season ticket holders and the rest of the people that don't have it don't get a perk, don't get a chance to go to a final. Everything for the season ticket holders, blah blah blah. So obviously we got two season ticket holders here, Mighty Win and Jamie. Two others that are not, but Roy is in Qatar. Gary always tries to get a ticket, and it's hard to get one. Unlikely that he'll go to the final, but I'm sure he'll apply. It's not going to happen, or very less chances. So what do you guys feel about this whole situation? Fans complaining that because they can't get a season ticket, or it doesn't make sense for them to get a season ticket because they live, in London or whatever, that they can't get a chance or limited chance to get to the final. What do you guys think?
It doesn't matter where you live regarding a ticket. If you put your money forward and you've got a chance of getting a season ticket, I don't begrudge anybody having a ticket. What I find problematic is if you look at the amount of season tickets that are home every week in, week out, on that allocation, there's going to be some that probably miss out. And that's where you question it.
The way they've organised it this time, it's the same as they did for the FA Cup, which is season ticket holders
The Carabao Cup, you mean?
who enrolled in the cup scheme.
Yep. And you got to be a season ticket
at the start of the season. Yeah, so you've got to be a season ticket holder, and you have to have enrolled in the cup scheme, which means that you've bought tickets for every tie that was available to you.
Yeah.
Automatically, no choice, it gets taken out your account. And if you've done that, then you're guaranteed a ticket for Wembley.
but also and there are complaints that some people are season ticket holders, but they're not in the cup scheme, so they're complaining about that as well. Which that right there, I
Well,
know it's a good point.
they had the option at the start of this. It's all very well wanting to go now, but they had the option at the start of the
Yeah.
season.
Right. Now, that can
Yeah.
I can understand, but the other that it literally everything is for the season ticket holders, and the rest is just if you're lucky, you'll get one. So Jamie,
So here's the thing, though. These rules come out of clubs like Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, where they have sort of you must attend the League Cup game. I've had a season ticket now for 32 years, 33 years, and I've sat through all the crap. I've never seen them win a thing, and I feel that before we start sharing it round, me and Win, everybody like us who sat through all of that for 30 years should get a couple of chances to see us win a cup. And if we've won 5 League Cups in a few years' time, a couple of FA Cup, you need to start thinking of ways to share it round. And maybe change the parameters a little bit and say, okay, 70% go to season ticket holders who've been to the game, and we'll put 10% to members only, and perhaps general sale, whatever. But I haven't done those hard yards. I didn't go to Southampton in a petrol crisis or see us lose 5-1 to Birmingham at home in the FA Cup. So someone could decide 12 months ago to stop supporting Man United, decide to support a much better version of Newcastle, and get a ticket ahead of me for Wembley.
I mean,
Wholly agree with you.
you do get a point, but not everybody's like that though. So not everybody, thinks like that. And is that fair to the young lads that are getting into Newcastle? Because yeah, they didn't go to
No,
they
I
didn't go to
mean,
Man
as
City
you know,
laws.
I
But
take my little lad, and he's not going to be able to go to the final because I just didn't take him to a couple of the midweek games. I only took him against Chelsea, I think.
yeah.
Um, and I'd like them to consider younger people, and that's maybe a percentage they need to look at. But I don't expect Blake, my son, to be there ahead of say Derek. I expect them to have to wait his turn. And I would definitely like them to favour kids, to favour young people in future like ways of figuring it out. But right now, I think that scheme's fair. It was actually advertised as being something that would be a differentiating factor in tickets for the final when it was launched. So people knew what they were getting into, what turning their nose up to.
Hmm.
Um, I personally think the away season ticket points should be a factor, but I'm not grumbling about the way they've done it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I mean that's fair enough. But by the way, Kim Cam says Chris is right. All about the season ticket holders, very selfish direction. By the way, I'm not citing either or. I'm reporting on what's being out there from the fans, complaints, etc. I don't have I don't. I know I'm not going to get a ticket unless I pay $1 trillion. So, other than that, that's fine. Um,
I was contacted yesterday by that swindling company that I had to go through. Well, I didn't. I didn't go through. My partner got me a ticket for my birthday, for the Spurs game, and they contacted me yesterday, and I can get a ticket for Wembley if I'm willing to pay £1,800. So how can they get tickets?
but so that is the main question, though, Jamie and Mighty Way, because you guys are season ticket holder advocates. Um, And I think Jamie, you're more open minded than Mighty Wayne. Mighty Wayne wants to have it all by himself, and he falls asleep in the stadium anyway. So I don't know what's the point. But what Gary is talking about is 100%. You getting these tickets on sale. Who's selling them?
No,
Who's
these are
Well,
commercial
but
tickets.
I'm all
Those
for having a
companies
look
get
at that. Absolutely.
who's selling them? The only ones that can get immediate access to them are season ticket holders.
But no, but I'll tell you who's selling them, and it's all of the people who've bought the corporate boxes at Wembley when they first came up for sale, when Wembley was built, and people who are paying 30 grand a year
Yeah.
for that seat allocation and whatever corporate facilities go along with it.
Mm.
So those people, when they paid when they pay that 30 grand a year for Wembley, not for any particular event, every event at Wembley, they get the option to buy tickets for at presumably a decent price, and as part of their way of covering the cost of.
But I thought that was part of the membership win. I thought once you become a member, like in the members scheme, because you've got 5 points of membership, haven't you, at Wembley? You've got the high ranks, a tier system, the same as everywhere else. But what you can do once you become a member of that scheme, you can go to every single event that's at Wembley as part of your membership scheme.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
need to
agree. I don't know
buy
whether you have
those
to pay.
tickets when they
I
come
don't know whether
round,
you have
though.
to pay extra for it. That's the only thing
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
do. You have to pay a pretty penny. I know someone who bought it for the last cup final, and they've got tickets for like Oasis, for Dua Lipa, all the England internationals. But
See,
you have to buy those tickets for
I
a
think
couple of £100
yeah.
when they come around.
So I understand what everybody's got their own perspective on what they have lived and what they will. Essentially, a lot of people really say what is best for them as well, for the most part. Um, I'm gonna give a small. I'm gonna advocate s- a small percentage, and I know, especially with Newcastle United, this is we will probably get asked to get the channel shut down. But I think a small percentage, probably the smallest out of all of them, should be going to international fans. They don't, because they do support the team. They spend their hard-earned money on the team. You know, that doesn't change actually. And I've added up the sums. I spend close to a season ticket now. Maybe not when we get a new stadium, but now on memberships, on all of that stuff to watch the game because we get to watch every single game for Newcastle United. So I think in the future, things like this, you should have a percentage for every type of fan that you got out there. Sure, season ticket holders should get, I would say, the majority of tickets. But we should also think if we want to become a bigger club, we need to cater to every possible fan out there to be able to, to that support the club. That's my thought. You know what I mean, and also keep the youth involved because they are the future. If you want the club to be bigger, they are the future. Your son is the future, and he is lucky that he has you. But if there's a lad out there that you know that his father doesn't really care too much or doesn't know about or doesn't have the money to support Newcastle, if he does, to get him started is difficult, man. It's
Yeah.
difficult. So I think the club needs to advocate for everybody in their perspective percentages.
Yeah.
But right now, it seems like, but it is what it is, though, isn't it? I mean, the cup scheme they signed up for it and should be respected.
You're
I'd
never going to
agree with
please
that,
everybody.
definitely. I think the thing we've got to say is you don't start with the League Cup final. There's got to be some kind of build up where, like, you see an international fan, maybe an international fan's got to have attended 5 games to be eligible for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And every level,
Exactly.
you've got to have some sort of paying your dues.
No, I agree with
This
you.
is where degrees come in, see. 'Cause, I mean, you would maybe argue, and I would say probably rightly, that because you've actually attended 2 games already at St James's Park, you should have priority over somebody who hasn't attended any yet.
But I'm not talking about myself, actually. I'm just talking about.
No, but what I'm saying is that would be a perfectly valid argument to have. You could say if you're allocating tickets to away fans, it should be based on the number of games they've actually come and attended,
Right.
like international fans.
Now, see,
But
Nathan.
then you can say it's a damn sight easier to attend games from, let's say, Norway than it is from America,
You
with
got a
all
point.
of the cost implications.
You got a point.
So you're just opening
No,
a bag of worms that.
well, but the club needs to do what's best for every fan. But this is the thing, man. If they want to grow the fan base worldwide, they're going to have to cater to as much as they can to fans all over the world. Um, Nathan here has a statement. How do you specially allocate international fans? What about season ticket holders who travel home and away, who may well miss out? Probably tens of thousands of members without a chance. Also, there are going to be thousands of season ticket holders that are going to miss out on this anyway. You're not going to please everybody, but as long as you keep the percentages right to what's fair, you should,
Well, what to define fair?
the majority be season ticket holders
Mhm.
that sign up for the fan scheme that go away and home, the vast majority, and then you start splitting the other percentages accordingly. That's the way I look at it.
That's
With
what there's
demand
balance.
outstrip supply, somebody's always going to be unhappy.
Boy, that's
Yeah,
Uh,
right.
I
and
mean,
and with
Roy
Twitter and
would.
everything like that, people have become very well adept at convincing themselves that they should be next in
Yeah,
line.
yeah. I mean, Roy would argue, I'm pretty sure, that having had a season ticket when he was living in the area, that he's more entitled to a Wembley ticket than what you are.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't. But now,
obviously.
yeah, but now I think someone who's got a season ticket, he deserves it more than me because I've not been 5 years. So
Yeah,
imagine me somehow getting a ticket and the sport lad been to like 30, 40 games in the last 2 years.
right.
He doesn't go, I go. It's not fair.
Yeah. No, that's why.
Unless I go and pay like 2,000 quid to get a ticket, it's mad.
Yeah.
And some people are going to have to pay a lot of money if they want to go. That's the thing.
I've got a few mates who are going. Yeah, they're paying. I'm not paying. My daughter's in uni, so I'll be watching on TV. But by the way, there's if you go to the Carabao website, you can get into a little draw, so you never know.
And by the way, I believe I don't know who was it. One of the chatters that said that maybe Nathan as well, that the membership is adding little value, and it is, to be honest, it is.
Well, membership plus
The
Max
membership,
by
you,
Max
you,
Plus.
the higher tier, you pay 40 something quid, and man, people get that membership just
I've got the Max Plus, yeah, but
they
by
say
the time you
you
get
might
to
get
that
a
one,
chance
it's
because
going to
they
be
say you might get a chance to get a ticket. That's why they buy it, man. They don't buy it for no fish and chips and none of that crap. They buy it for the ticket, and the vast majority of people don't get a ticket. I don't know where the tickets go to. So that's the thing. The clubs need to sort things out. And if you already got a ticket, that's the thing about luck of the draw. If somebody already is gotten a lot lucky a lot this season already, then that person needs to take a back seat, and the other people need to get the tickets. You know what I mean? That's the way it should be. It should just be luck of the draw and see whatever. Because somebody might be really lucky, go to 10 games, and what about the numpty that just clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking week after?
I do agree with that. I think there should certainly be an element of that in the league season, the way that the tickets are balloted. I think if you've had a ticket, then you should be out of the ballot until everybody who's wanting one gets the opportunity to have one.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think that's only fair. Because,
But
like you say, I've got Amrit. He's had like I think he's had 3 tickets. There's three in the ballot this season.
Mhm.
Whereas Gary, who's applied for every one, hasn't had a single one.
Well, I've just got the one for the Forest game coming up. So at
That's
the
what
end
Oh,
of the
well, there you
month,
go.
that's what I
So,
said. Out of all of them, and that's what I said.
we-
Sometimes you have to question why you put yourself forward and pay money to try and do this, because it's the only way, unless you're going to go, like I say, to the ticket touts and give them the money rather than the club. And I would rather give the club, if I can,
Yeah.
all the money. But I'm sure, don't get me wrong, if the club are the ones selling these tickets to the touts, they must be getting a pretty penny for them.
well, didn't just wasn't there a revelation last week about Todd Bowley? There's a company that he's a director of
Yeah,
that's
resale.
flogging Chelsea tickets
look
on the
one.
black market's the wrong word, but for
We'll
extortionate
finish on
prices.
the tickets with the disabled supporters. Quickly important, but all I can say about some international fans is that we go to one game and Mighty Win it scammed me when I went there because I had to pay a lot of money for my tickets for 2 tickets, and you telling me that every international fan we know you don't have a season ticket, you don't. There's really no way because all tickets are taken really. You can't plan a trip in advance if you're gonna depend on the ballot. You can't do that because it's like 2 weeks and it's impossible. So some of these international fans spend a lot of money, go there and spend a lot of money on their tickets as well. So like I said, a small percentage. If we can sort that out in the future, not now. It's pointless now. And maybe on the new stadium there will be new ways to do that. But like I said, that's why they started this channel so we can grow the fan base worldwide. And you're never gonna do that if you don't let people at least smell the tune, man. It smells like a lot, it smells like beer and piss, for a lot. But it is what it is. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But to finish, ticket for disabled supporters, because Mr. Newcastle fan Lewis, what about season ticket holders with a personal assistant or carer? Well, they do have a specific area
Yeah,
here.
they've got an allocation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get an allocation. That's good. They get allocations. You can take your mom, your dad, Lewis, and there you go. It's great stuff. And there you go. 230 tickets for wheelchair users and accompanying personal assistance. So the club opens. You got to open the ticket thing for everybody, inclusive. You know what I mean? Mighty Wayne wants just for himself. As long as he's there, he doesn't care about nobody else. No, man. Inclusive to everybody. Um,
What
yeah.
pot are you in, Derek?
pot 2.
Part two
That's yeah.
because you didn't go
I
away.
mean,
I didn't go to the away game, because I couldn't get a ticket.
I'm in
Points.
pot 1 because I went to Arsenal.
That's
Well,
no, you gotta go
you
to
know,
five.
you could, there was,
No,
I
I'll
couldn't get
wave
it.
at you from me better seat.
I couldn't. Well, no, it's not a better seat. It's just you were because you picked your seat.
More chance, yeah.
I think you'll find it's a better seat.
Yeah, there we go. Well, listen, I'm sure we're gonna get cool videos. But Win, are you going? You're gonna go, you twat. You're gonna go. That
He said
BS.
he's not going to go.
He said he wasn't gonna go, but he is lying. He's gonna go.
Well,
Are you-
these guys are flying out the day after, aren't you? You and Amrit.
Yeah,
Are you going to Madeira the day after?
we are.
Oh, there you go.
I'm going to celebrate for a week, which
We
is
get
exactly
beat
what we
your
did
fault.
after Man United. So
Mate, yeah.
we just drank ourselves into oblivion for a week.
Hopefully that's the case, man. Hopefully we win. That's all we care about at this point. We'll,
Because
long-
there's thousands of people. I don't know whether you've seen, Chris, but there's thousands of people going down there. There's been events like fan zones opened up just for Newcastle fans that actually can't get tickets to actually go and celebrate in London, if obviously they win, or at least get involved in the atmosphere. And I think that's a nice touch, to be fair.